something we haven't seen around here all year long. But when you see it, you got to be excited about it. Really appreciate that. Appreciate all the guys who've been working. Everyone on the O-line, everyone on the skill. I thought it was a complete team game. Defense played their tails off. Special teams set us up. I think it was like 5 plays there where Coop caught it at the 50 every time Fair caught it. So, a great team win. That's what it's all about. And, we've just been working all week at it and finally, came through at the end, but we got more work to do.
This is the best we've seen Deacon Hill look all year. How good is it to see him have such a game like this and really take a step forward?
Yeah, it's great. I know, maybe going into halftime, not all the coaches were pleased with him with that last play, but he's been working. He's kept his head down. I'm really proud of him. He just keeps working. He's the same guy every day. Ton of personality from that guy. I mean, he's screaming before we go out there on the field, and as we get off, he's screaming too. And he's a really exciting, really fun guy to block for. We really appreciate him because he's been in a position this year I'm not sure if he knew he'd be in, and just for him to step up and just work every day. And I understand it's a process, and no one expected him to be, literally at Cade McNamara's level when he first came in there, but he's a great player and he's a great worker. So over time, he's getting a lot better, and you guys are starting to see it. So we just got to keep that going with him.
How would you say the offensive line was able to kind of overcome the injuries that you guys are all dealing with and put out a performance like you did today, 402 yards?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think football players, a lot of guys play hurt, all those like snap streaks, all this, start streaks, everything like that. There's stuff that guys got to play through. There's tons of guys on our team. You guys don't know. We don't even know sometimes what some guys are going through. For us, it's just about staying together, staying poised. And Coach Burnett did a great job all week. And it was just getting some guys back in the fold. Myself, Logan. I know Logan didn't finish the game, but he's itching to get back in there too. And I know he's going to work his tail off. He did all week. He was in the training room all day. And Rusty obviously stepped up for us in a big way. So, it's a revolving door, but everyone's got to be ready to go. And I'm just really excited to get back to work with our guys.
It seems like it went from 3-0 to 22-0 kind of in a hurry. What do you kind of attribute for that kind of light switch change in production there?
So I was thinking about this out there because I knew someone would ask some question like that, right? First half looks like Iowa football. Second half was like, whoa, what the heck was that? And I know some fans are going to be real upset about that last kneel. I might be on Scott Van Pelt's bad beats or whatever it is, but hey, we have this saying on our team. It's called break the rock, and what it is when I grow tired and weary, is the saying. I look at a stone cutter and I see him swinging his hammer at a stone. And he just keeps going and keeps going. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop and look for cracks in that rock. He doesn't stop, wipe the sweat off his face. He just keeps swinging his hammer. And that's what this team's all about. We don't look up looking for awards or anything. We're nose to the grindstone. We're swinging that hammer, and we're not resting until that rock breaks. And when it breaks, we know it's not that one swing that we did, but it's all the ones that came before. So you guys will say, 19 points came from this play. No, it came from everything before it. Everything attributes to all the points we scored today. Offense, defense, special teams. Everyone played their tails off. I'm so happy for these guys.
Along those lines, the adversity you guys have faced in so many different ways, from injuries to struggling on offense for a couple of times, but yet here you are. You're tied for the Big Ten West title. You just have to clinch it next week. What does that mean for this team to put itself in this position right now?
I don't think we're worried about position, quite honestly. I think we're worried about ourselves. We're worried about getting better. November isn't spelled in Big Ten West or Indianapolis or anything. It's November. Got to make sure I spell that right. That's how November's spelled. That's what we're worried about. That's what this team's all about. KF's been preaching this stuff. I tell you what, guys, he's coaching his tail off. Like he's so happy for this team, and you just see it every day at practice. He's coaching like it's August because that's how he's wired. That's what November's all about for us. We're going to keep chipping away at this thing. We're not going to keep our head up. We're going to just keep going, see what we can get out of the whole thing.
With the frustration and the criticism that Deacon has faced, how has he not gone backwards? What about him has got him going forward?
I'd like to say I think Deacon, doesn't pay attention to this stuff, but I'd say that's pretty hard for college athletes, especially ones who want to be really good. And it's hard to keep your head down. But for him, he's just been working his tail off, and I think he's got a great support system. All of us support him. We're never going to waver on this guy and start looking at the other guys in the QB room or nothing like that. No, whoever runs out of on that field is our quarterback. Don't matter what any of you in here say. Don't matter what anyone says. We're riding with him the whole way. you know, I don't hear criticism. Maybe he does, but I know one thing: he keeps showing up to work, and that's all that I care about.
2 more questions.
Mace, I guess with kind of everything facing this team, I know you guys have a 24-hour rule, but how do you kind of balance between kind of relishing the fact that you guys accomplished what you accomplished tonight, and the offense then took that step forward, and what about the way the coaches teach you guys to kind of move forward past the 24-hour rule? I guess how do they teach you to really get in the mindset of 24 hours and move on?
Yeah, I think with wins, great question. I think with wins, it's just about embracing that 24 hours and really getting the most out of it. You know, Coach Ferentz just told us, like, celebrate this one more, but the 24-hour rule is 24-hour rule. So you can celebrate a little bit more, but you got to be smart, obviously, with these guys over the next 24 hours. But we're going to relish those, and when it comes time to look at Illinois, we're going to start looking at Illinois. But for now, we're going to really enjoy this one.
The saying that you were talking about,
Right.
who brought that up? How did that come
Oh,
about?
that's just we got rocks all over our weight room. We got, you know, there's one in there. It's all over when we go out there on the field and stuff. It's just something that's basically blood in us.
All right, thank